Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome to our small adventures with the World War II time frame. What are we looking at, Eagle Eyes?
We're looking at the German radar and radio position.
We are looking at a German World War II radar and radio communication position, and there was something really spectacular here. But it's a sad story that we're going to show you today. Nevertheless, this is the Atlantic Wall. This is where the Germans wanted to be, and we are going to see if we can share what's here today. Me and Eagle Eyes were on this Lost Documents tour. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. We are using old photographs and research material to find places that used to be but maybe are not today, and even is going to be lost tomorrow. And then this place, that's exactly what's going to happen. This place here was rather big. You can see all of these features here, they were actually here. But today there's almost nothing to be seen, but there's also something really sad going on here that we're going to show you. But this was a huge Mammut radar installation, and this position also had a sea elephant installment, and they had supporting bunkers around, and we're just going to go into the terrain and see if we can see some of the features here of what used to be, and then I'll show you something that tells you how it will be in the future, and that is rather sad. Before we show you the position of the sea elephant and the Mammut, just wanted to show you what often happens to some of these bunkers. See that? It's a landfill now, and they're just shoveling tons and tons and tons of crap on top of it. And believe me, in a few days, that bunker is completely gone and will never resurface again. And on this side you can see it. Somehow they call it progress. I'm not sure if I like that. This bunker has been filled in for several years, but it's been available to see. Now they just decided that, well, we need to throw some trash around, so we'll just cover the whole bunker. And in a way that's really sad, because now history is gone. And you could ask yourself, is it really necessary to put that pile right there? Is it really that what people want history to be or become? I really don't know myself, but it's sad when you come across that. But now I'm going to take you to the position where the sea elephant and the gigantic Mammut radar was installed. Why am I stuttering? I haven't got a clue. I'm very cold. But let's go and find that right now. Right there, that's one of the attachments for a massive radio communication pole that used to be here, and that is still here. It's like a steel reinforced holders into this concrete thing, and basically it held and supported a massive radio communication pole. When you're out at these locations and you really hope to find the different features, well, in a way you could say you do, because right under here there is a Regelbau 622. Let me show you on the map. That is right here, but it's 100% fully buried. And what a bummer that is, because it will be so interesting to show you this here. But this radar installment was so important for the Germans, because they used a radar which was gigantic, and we'll show you that. But too sad to say that the bunker that we're looking for is just buried under this mound here. There we go. Another of the foundations, and suddenly you can see why we are here. This is a Regelbau 622, and it's a Mannschaftsbunker. It's a bunker where the crew stayed, and you can see in a strange way this attachment for the antenna is right next to the bunker, and the bunker is almost sunken all the way down to the under the surface of the soil here. But this one we can enter, and I hope that it's not flooded. So we're going to grab a flashlight here and we'll have a look inside. Before we come in here, Eagle Eyes want to show you something here. This is the machine gun Tobruk. It's a self defense system on top of the bunker, and it's a machine gun position, and will look something like this. Very powerful tool, and you can see it has this high vantage point on top of the bunker, and it can really take out troops coming around to try and attack the bunker. And there's the foundation for the antenna. It's a massive structure in itself, and you can see that the first one we saw was just barely showing, and this is how big it is in the ground. So coming down here, we're gonna see if it's possible to enter. Doesn't look too bad. We have this beautiful Ruben X2 flashlight that we're going to use. I'm falling in love with this. It just fits so well in the pocket. Really, really powerful. And it really does a good job to last long with the batteries inside. Am I wearing bamboo gloves? Yes. And it's very cold, so I can handle all the gear with that. So love these. Okay, here we are. You can see how this is the shutter. This is where you could keep the people out if they try to come up or into the bunker as down the stairs that we are entering. And here you can see the huge, massive steel doors. These were, gas tight. You can shut them, and the whole bunker could be supplied with independent pumps that pumped air into the bunker through some hand-driven pumps that the Germans could operate inside. So here you can see this, the second exit entry point here, and most of these has been buried for a very long time, and the faith for some of these are not good. I'm going to show you that later. So each of these rooms are basically crew rooms. A Regelbau 622 were for 20 guys, 10 men in each of these rooms. And you can see on the wall, that's the attachment points where they had the flip-up bed. Not all of these were installed and used as crew bunkers, but when you see these on the wall, you know it was intended to be a position for German troops. And you can see the bunker oven is shut, or the area where the exhaust is going to come out. So this might never have been used. There used to be a massive shutter on the inside. That is gone. Very often it's removed. And right there, that's where you would have the pump, hand-driven pump. Let me show you that. Here, this is where the power supply and communication lines would come in. Huge installment of a massive distributor socket there. And then the strange yellow paint everywhere. Yeah, it's original. And I'm very surprised to see that. I'm thinking, was it ever white and has faded? What do you think, guys? Could it fade all the way to like yellow during the years? And here you can see actually flanges, metal flanges and pieces. You can see that flange came down from there. It just rusts off. And in a way, that's time working against it. And in the end, there's nothing left. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member, and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very, very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. But let me show you what the Germans had here. This is something that Eagle Eyes, my son, found, and he said, "Daddy, what is that?" This is a German Mammut radar. It's 30 meters this way, 10 meters this way, and it's set together with 16 Freya antennas, all put together in this massive array. And you can see the people standing there. So this is why the Germans were here. This is one of the most remarkable radars that the Germans used during the Second World War. Had incredible range and connected with the sea elephant that they also had here. this was one spectacular position, and that really screamed radar, radar, radar. So I'm amazed to know that the Allies never got that thing. So that is why the Germans were here. That is a 3.7 centimeter anti-aircraft gun position, and that is here because, as I said, such an enormous antenna array together with the sea elephant. I'm going to show you a picture of that. That was a heavy investment, and you have to protect your investment. So right down here you can see where the German crew would have their munition here, and this is called, was it L410A?
Yes.
So it's a 3.7 centimeter anti-aircraft gun. You can imagine this scene here. So very little potent and powerful position. And further down underneath here, if I'm not too mistaken, there should be a little crew quarter and munition room. Yeah, that's down there. I said this is on the last documents tour that a lot of you people were very kind to help us out with on the super thanks feature with a little donation for some fuel into the gas tank. Each and every one of you here did something special for us. So we said and promised we'll take you along on the Lost Documents tour. And you can see, that's your name there. And you can see, in a way, you are now historical. See where you are. You are right here in the flag position with us. And it's such an honor and pleasure to know that we can share this with you. So the Lost Documents tour is going to bring over 20 plus explorers for you to see, and we just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for being so kind to help us to go out and find and share these incredible locations.
Thank you for helping us and letting us go out there and explore and show you guys all the things we've shown you guys.
Yeah, Eagle Eyes is struggling with his voice. He's been really ill the last 3 days. So we're cutting down on how much we do, and we spent a couple of nights on a hotel just to get him to become better and feel better, and it's helping, but he still has a couple of days left before he's fully cured. All right, let's continue. Want to see the second feature that the Germans had here? Looks basically something like this that Eagle Eyes found. What is it?
It's a sea elephant.
It's a sea elephant. It's a sea elephant radar, and that is impressive. Some of these are like 40-50 meters high.
It screams out radar, radar.
It screams really hard out radar, radar, radar. And that was also a tool that the Germans had and used here. And this thing is basically to find whatever is out there in the horizon, mainly vessels. But it could also spot aircraft coming in at low altitude. And you can see this thing here is just mounted on top of a little dune here. And boom, there you have one of the most powerful radars that the Germans had available during the Second World War. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was right here. That is a rather special fixture, but it's vital to be able to track or find the aircraft coming in for the flak guns to take out. And that's a L411. That is actually a searchlight bunker. And right there's some kind of modern stuff, so I'm not sure what that is. But this is where they had the searchlight. And why did they need a searchlight? Well, that is easy. They protected the antennas and the radars, as I said. And you imagine all of these aircraft from the Allies coming in, trying to get this thing. That is why you needed to have a or a searchlight position. As we're walking here, I kind of imagine all of these guys here. You know, young Germans sent out into the world to do their duty. You know, I see Karl, I see Heinz, I see Wilfred, Reinhard, and I see something here. Who knows what that was? It looks like a little trench system here. And these guys, they were trained. They were trained specialists in operating the radars, the antennas, the fumos, the sea elephant, the Mammut, the anti-aircraft gun positions. They were here with a purpose, and they were here to make sure that nobody could take away their investment, and also that they could use their tools to get the Allies before they could get them. Right there, it's another of the 409A. And you can see, let me show you something here. Seems to be like a trench system here and near the fence system. And that trench system was here. That's the highway of the area. The soldiers used that, and that used to go further over to the field there. But that is also something that is very easy to see. It's still in the terrain. You can even see it from Google Earth. You can see here it's a little bit different. I think they might have had another type of gun here. Maybe this is for a 88 perhaps. It looks much bigger than the first one. That's why the bunker is different actually. See here? These pockets, it looks like they could hold much larger ammunition in this circle here. We've seen that before. Some places it's converted to modern type and then it's square. But this is the original round one. This here, again, is the attachment point for the sea elephant. And that was stabilization for the elephant itself, because it was very, very tall. And I think there were 6 of these around. Was it 8 eagle eyes? I think it's 8 of these all over. And these are so humongously big. See here, these anchor points, they're so heavy duty. And imagine this thing here. It will really catch the wind very hard. So I really do understand why they made them so massive. And you know, this is like an iceberg. There's a 3 meters down there with concrete. So that's how big they were. Eagle Eyes just saw something here. What is that, Eagle Eyes?
It's an arm bunker for the flak.
It's the munition supply bunker for the flak guns here. And if you see here, you can see it's very rounded on the corners and everything, and that was made to make it so that it wasn't damaged that easy if there was a bomb raid or artillery coming in. And I really think I should take a dip down and check it out. Should I, Eagle Eyes?
Yeah, let me push you down.
No!
See?
A pretty sturdy built little thing. Eagle Eye is going to be on the outside, standing guard. He saw Hans and Friedrich and Wilhelm just above there, so they might attack us, he said. Okay, munition bunker. Again, I can't praise this flashlight enough. Ruben X2, I'm so happy that you're here, because this thing has been working flawless on this journey. And if you ever want a flashlight that actually does exactly what it's supposed to do, just work, then that's the thing. Okay, seems like it could be just one room. Yes, one room. This, the main storage for the munition. Again, you can see the flanges just comes off. In a way, it's a little bit sad. And in here, it was just about ventilation and thickness of roof and walls, and the munition would be piled up here. Sometimes there are some inventory lists, and the list would be kind of everywhere. There's another flange. Yep. So there will be numbers on the wall stating how many artillery rounds of this and that type, what type of fuses would be in this cabinet or this wall hanger, and then they would plus minus on the side. And the Germans were very meticulous with the counting of how much munition was inside. And there's a bat. See that? There's a bat. Let me take you in. He's actually the guardian of the bunker here today. Bless him for that. He probably hears us, but he's not moving, so he's probably having a little siesta. All right, let's see where the sea elephant and the massive Mammut radar was installed. All right, so here is the Mammut radar. See that square little hut there? Is there? This is the exact spot where that Mammut radar used to be. And that's what we came for. We said we want to share something really special with you. And this image proves to you that we are right there. That little square hut was the tower where the operations of the Mammut radar was. And then you can see the elephant, like here. And you can see the cables coming down to the different mounting positions that we've shown you. But to see that that house there is still there, that is pretty awesome. And that's what history is all about. We do the research, we travel, go out and find these places and share them with you. And for us, that's the greatest honor of them all. Yes, the German radar systems are just so interesting to dig into. If you feel the same, you want to help us out to reach more locations, well, we have this little super thanks feature here. Basically your opportunity to help us out to just, fill up the tank in the camper van, go out and find and share even more great history with all of you. Because that's what we do. We research, we travel, and we go out there and do our very best to present to you some very genuinely enthusiastic and original material. There's no copy paste, stealing from others, just reading out of books. We do the hard work. We really go out there. You can see Eagle Eyes, my son, he's developing to become a true explorer, and that is thanks to all of you. But the YouTube algorithm isn't always as favorable and as good as it should be for our type of context. It promotes, watching a sleeping cat in a Chinese high-rise and 20 million views before really true hard work. So it's in a way a little bit unfair sometimes, we think. So a little bit help is absolutely appreciated. You can watch, subscribe, comment. You can give us the hearts, the thumbs up, and you can hit that notification bell so that every time we release a new video, you can be notified. And also we have this PayPal link in the video description, and you can check out how to become a Patreon team member with the perks that comes along with that. And you can see that in the beginning of every month we have these supporter videos where you can see exactly that we pass all of these pieces back to you. I'm working right now on a very interesting German World War II bomb and ammo storage, and what we found there is unbelievable, and that's thanks to just one little image that my son found, and that's going to be a fantastic story for us to share with you. All right, thank you again, each and every one of you, for being here. Please stay safe, keep smiling, and before you know it, we will be out there sharing great stories with all of you. Bye bye.